Have you felt it? A sense of unease in the air. A feeling that the world is spinning faster than it should. You see it in the headlines. You hear it in the anxious whispers of your neighbors. Storms gather on the horizon. Not just in the skies, but in the hearts of nations. Wars ignite, sending shockwaves across continents. It is easy to look at the chaos and feel a profound sense of dread. Many people are asking the same question. Is this it? Is this the end we have always heard about? The word that comes to mind for many is apocalypse. It is a word heavy with images of fire, destruction, final judgment. But what if that word means something else entirely? The word apocalypsis means an unveiling. It means a revelation. It is the act of pulling back a curtain to reveal what has been hidden. It suggests a time when secrets come to light. A time when the truth, in all its painful and beautiful glory, is finally exposed for all to see. This is not about a final cataclysm. It is about a profound disclosure. This understanding changes everything. It reframes the question we are asking. Instead of wondering if the world is ending, we can begin to ask what is being revealed. If we are living in a time of apocalypse, then we are living in a time of unveiling. The turmoil we see around us, the conflicts, the confusion, the moral crises, may not be the final act of a tragic play. Instead, they could be the very process of revelation. These events are like a great shaking. They are designed to disturb the ground beneath our feet, to challenge what we thought was stable, and to expose the hidden cracks in our foundations. So let us begin a journey together. Let us explore this idea. Are we in a biblical apocalypse? Yes, perhaps we are. But not in the way you might think. This is not a story about total, irreversible destruction. It is a story about seeing things as they truly are. It is a story of awakening. We will look at the present turmoil, from the front lines of distant wars to the quiet struggles within our own communities. We will connect this chaos to a timeless biblical pattern, a pattern of shaking, exposure, and a divine call to wake up and see the world anew. This isn't the end. It's the unveiling. Look around you. The world is trembling. We witness institutions we once trusted begin to crumble under the weight of their own secrets. We see leaders falter. Systems fail the very people they were meant to protect. There is a deep moral confusion that seems to seep into every corner of our culture, leaving people adrift without a compass. It feels as though the very fabric of our society is being stretched to its breaking point. This is the shaking. It is an uncomfortable and often terrifying experience. It forces us to confront vulnerabilities we would rather ignore. It exposes the fragility of our man-made systems and the pride hidden in our own hearts. This shaking is not random. It follows a pattern described in ancient scriptures. The Bible speaks of times when heaven and earth are shaken, not to annihilate them, but to remove what is temporary. The goal is to reveal what is unshakable and eternal. Think of it as a divine audit. Everything that is built on false pretenses, on injustice, or on fleeting desires is being tested. The pandemic exposed the weaknesses in our global health systems. Geopolitical conflicts have revealed the brittleness of our alliances. Scandals have pulled back the curtain on corruption that has festered in the dark for far too long. Yet in the midst of this great exposure, something else is happening, something hopeful. As the world shakes, people are awakening. In the rubble of disaster zones, you can see hands reaching out to help a stranger. In the face of division, you can find small circles of people praying for peace and understanding. There is a quiet resilience emerging. A deep spiritual hunger is growing in the soil of our uncertainty. People are starting to look for something more solid to stand on. They are searching for a truth that endures when everything else is falling apart. This is the other side of the unveiling. This is our purpose. To trace this sacred pattern, we will not dwell only on the images of chaos and collapse. We will also seek out the signs of renewal. We will witness the light that breaks through the storm clouds. We will listen for the quiet voice of faith that rises above the noise of fear. This journey is about connecting our present turmoil to its deeper spiritual meaning. It is an invitation to see this moment not as a final verdict, but as a profound call. A call to wakefulness, a call to repentance, a call to participate in the difficult but beautiful work of renewal. The unveiling has begun. The word apocalypse has been captured by our fears. For centuries, it has been painted with the darkest colors on our cultural palette, evoking images of final battles, cosmic ruin. We have come to associate it with an ending, a terrifying, absolute conclusion to the human story. But this interpretation, so common in our movies and books, misses the heart of the original meaning. To truly understand what an apocalypse is, we must travel back in time, not to witness destruction, but to listen to the ancient Greek tongue. The word apocalypsis is not about fire from the sky. It is about removing a veil, a simple act of disclosure that changes everything. Imagine a grand theater, where a play has been going on for generations. The actors have forgotten their true roles, and the audience has been lulled into a state of distraction. Then, without warning, the heavy velvet curtain begins to rise. Not at the end of the play, but in the middle of it. Suddenly, the backstage machinery is exposed. The props are revealed to be flimsy. The hidden struggles, whispered secrets, are laid bare for all to see. This is the essence of an apocalypse. It is a moment of profound, often uncomfortable truth-telling. It shifts our focus from the fear of an ending to the challenge of a revelation. This idea of revelation is woven throughout the biblical narrative. The scriptures speak of a time when nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest, nor is anything secret that will not be known and come to light. This is not presented as a threat, but as a promise. It is the promise that illusion cannot last forever. It is the assurance that truth, no matter how deeply buried, will eventually find its way to the surface. The prophets of old did not just foretell future events, they were revealers of the present. They pulled back the veil on the injustices and idolatries of their own time, calling people to see their world as God sees it. This changes our perspective on the chaos we see today. If we are in a time of unveiling, then the crises we face are not merely random misfortunes. They are instruments of disclosure. The pandemic that swept across the globe was not just a health crisis. It was an apocalypse. It revealed the fragility of our supply chains, the inequalities in our healthcare, the deep loneliness hidden within our hyper-connected world. It pulled back a curtain on our priorities, forcing us to ask what truly matters. We were not just fighting a virus. We were being shown the truth about ourselves. Consider the world stage as it is today. We see geopolitical tensions escalating into open conflict, shattering decades of perceived stability. Nations that once spoke of partnership now speak of rivalry. Old wounds, long ignored, have been torn open. The rhetoric of division grows louder each day. This is an apocalypse. It is an unveiling of the fragile foundations of our global peace. It reveals that treaties, economic ties, are not enough to bind the human heart toward unity. The illusion of a permanent, managed peace has been stripped away, exposing ancient struggles for power, pride, and security. Turn your gaze to our natural world. We are witnessing environmental changes on a scale that is difficult to comprehend. Forests burn, oceans rise. Weather becomes more violent and unpredictable. These events are more than ecological disasters. They are a revelation. The earth bears witness to our consumption and neglect. For generations, we acted as if resources were infinite and our actions had no consequences. Now, the veil is lifted. The crisis exposes our interconnectedness with creation and the urgent need to change how we live, not just for our survival, but for the health of the planet itself. Look closer. Societies, institutions, places of worship. A moral and spiritual crisis unfolds. Scandals have rocked trusted organizations, revealing hypocrisy and abuse of power. This is painful, but necessary. Veneers of respectability are stripped away to expose rot. It forces a reckoning. Titles, traditions, buildings, none guarantee righteousness. Truth comes to light through suffering, calling for cleansing and integrity. In our lives, the unveiling is personal. The constant stream of information, political polarization, economic uncertainty, all strip away comfortable illusions. We must confront anxieties, prejudices, and our complicity in broken systems. This process is not easy. It feels like exposure, like standing vulnerable before a judging world. But this is revelation's purpose. It brings us to honesty, before ourselves and before God. In this raw, stripped bare state, true transformation begins.